Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Combo League podcast. I am your host, Lima, and alongside me is the other host, Avengers.
What's up, guys? Thanks for being back with us.
And in this episode, we will be giving our predictions for the Week 15. So, first game we start off with is the Saints at the Redskins. So what do you think is going to happen with this one?
Redskins, Lokilla's still trying to get used to his team. He's getting better at the game, and hopefully next season he comes back stronger and better than he did this season.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. Redskins on this one.
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
I go with the Chiefs for every game. He's been playing really well. He's gotten so much better, and I'm hoping to see him actually clutch his division out.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think he's got his division locked in the bag, as I've said in the previous episode. Yeah, I'm going Chiefs all the way with this one. Steelers and Packers. Steelers.
It's Steelers. I wish I could say Packers, but like I said, we said before, he's trying to get in and play, but at the same time, he's having trouble.
Yeah. This will be this next one will be interesting because it'll be the first game we see out of the Texans.
And Ungwe, who goes back and forth every week.
Yeah. I'm going to be bold here and say the Texans in this one. I mean, we really don't know, so this is just a guess, but I'm going to say Texans.
I want to say Texans if Texans can figure out to just stop him from throwing to undefeated your boy the whole time. I think he's got this one in the bag, and Ungwe's trying to get Rookie of the Year with his wide receiver. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, he's really trying to force that receiver. But all right, moving on. The next game is the game out of my division. The Colts at the Jaguars. I'm gonna let you talk about this game.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to talk about this one. I'm not gonna predict first. I'm gonna give all the true statements.
Go for it.
Taco, the Colts. 2 games behind you. He's trying hard, and he's trying to push you down so he can take over. And you're just trying to stay up. And my biggest thing is he has Colin Kaepernick, whose stats in this match versus the other have fallen way low. And it seems from last week's game with 6 picks, I'm really happy to give this to you just because of Colin Kaepernick not playing very well.
All right. And moving on to our next game, we have the Bengals versus Vikings. This is another not hard to tell. I think it's Vikings hands down.
Like I said, I'm gonna just give my true statements and then predict. If the Bengals plays and he can stop the run and somehow get past the defense, even if it's for field goals, but he can stop that run, he's got a big chance of winning this game. But Debo does have that run on lockdown, and his defense for some reason just works for him, so I have to go with Debo.
Alright, next one. This is a big game with playoff implications. 2 division leaders, both 2 games ahead in their division. So, the loser of this game might lose a game in their lead. So, this could really be interesting. I mean, both teams are really going to want this win. Both are like, I don't want to say they're nervous with people on their tail, but they're probably a little worried, so they probably really want this game, both teams.
And Keon doesn't have his best wide receiver, I don't think. He might now, but I want to say Keon, but the 49ers does know how to blitz and how to do it just right to get to you.
Yeah, this could be interesting because I mean, we all know the Cowboys have a really good O-line, so I want to see how they're going to do against that blitz. But I'm with you. I'm going to say 49ers in this one.
Ooh, big game.
Yeah.
In the AFC, the Jets versus Patriots. Jets only one game ahead. Like we were just saying, they have one more time to play, and this is the week.
I mean, this for the Jets. This is what you're playing for. You got. If you win this game, you most likely win the division. But if you're the Patriots and you win this game, you tie the division leader. And I don't know for sure if he gets a tiebreaker or not, because they would be 1-1 against each other. But I think the Jets has the more division wins, so he would get the next tiebreaker. But you'd have the same record as him for the division lead. And I know the Jets has a tough Week 17 opponent. So this is really big for the Patriots to win this game and capture the division.
Because if the Patriots win and they tie, and they both win the next game in Week 16, I don't know who the Patriots play, but the Jets do play the undefeated last year's Super Bowl champion, your boy.
Yeah.
So it could be make or break for him, and if he loses to your boy, which we'll get into that later, the Patriots will take this and get the first round bye.
Yeah. But the Jets did have a tough loss last week. I mean, if I was him, I'd probably be a little upset over that loss, but I wouldn't let it get to me. I think he's going to bounce back this week and make it a really interesting game. And the Patriots, obviously wanting to take that division, is going to be really motivated to win this one. It's going to come down to the wire. I'm gonna give this one to the Patriots. I think he wants it. He really wants this one.
I gotta say the Jets, because he's trying to keep that division for himself and get a first round bye.
It's gonna be an interesting one for sure.
Next, Giants or Rams. It says they played, but I think they said they were gonna put it off until tomorrow. And I have to give it to the Giants because he's looking for that playoff spot and trying to take over the division at the same time.
Yeah, this is just there's a few things in this game that are all pointing to the Giants. One, like you said, Giants is trying to get into the playoffs, capture the division possibly, and the Rams already out of the playoffs for sure. He's kind of, he still wants to win the game probably, but he's really kind of going for a better draft pick. So it's just all fingers are pointing to the Giants in this one.
Buccaneers or Falcons? New Bucks users, we really haven't seen much from him. And young sniper trying to get back into fighting for a division spot.
Yeah, this game could really go either way because we haven't, like you said, seen much out of the new Bucks user. But the record isn't that good. But this could be an interesting predictor for next season, watching this game, and we could see how these two teams are going to fight next season, being in the same division. But I'm going to give this one to the Falcons because he's still fighting for the playoffs, not quite out of it yet.
Next is my game versus a division opponent, which can go either way. I won the first time, but I'm going to hand this over to you and see what you think.
This is a tough one. You did pull it off in the first one. This is a really tough game to call because both teams trying to fight for the playoffs. He's a game behind you, and you're a game behind the division leader. So I mean, you both gotta really want this game for the similar reasons. This is just a tough one to call. I'm gonna go with you, but it's gonna come down to the wire for sure. This is under no way is gonna be.
It really did in the last game too. It came down to the wire.
There's no way that this is gonna be a dominating game from either side. It's really, there's no way. It's gonna come down to the wire. I'm gonna say that you are gonna pull this one out though.
Next, Titans and Seahawks. Give it to the Seahawks. Titans, yes, he's trying to fight to come back and maybe take over, but the Seahawks are really wanting it in these last few weeks.
Yeah, he's 2 back from the Niners, and if the Niners lose this week to the Cowboys and the Seahawks win, he's only a game back with 2 weeks to play after this. So I mean, and it could go either way still. But yeah, the Seahawks. I'm gonna say the Seahawks want it more in this one, so they're gonna come out and get it.
Bears and Cardinals, two teams not really performing this year, and I think OJ Money is actually not gonna play for a few weeks because
he is out of town, so he will miss this game. So it'll obviously be a Cards win.
Eagles and Chargers. Chargers still trying to fight.
I think he's kind of giving up on this season. More going for draft picks now, but you know, we still haven't seen much from the Eagles to know what his level is, and so this game could go either way. But I'm gonna have to say the Chargers.
And something we really can't say, it's the Panthers.
Yeah.
The Panthers undefeated this whole entire season,
and he's gonna keep it going.
Up to the 1-14?
Yeah.
Or 1-13 times.
Yeah, it's something like that. And then, as you see, the Raiders and the Bills have already played. But what do you think he would have said coming to this? Because we had a new Bills owner, hadn't seen him before.
I would have given it to Willie, not just because we don't know much about the Bills, but Willie has kind of come back. He's only 2 games behind.
His rush game is really doing him some favors this season too. I probably would have gone with you there too. Would have been Beeman, but wouldn't have been 100% sure because we hadn't seen the Bills. Is there anything else we're missing?
I don't think so, not for this week. But I do have to say, good luck on everybody's game this week. It is close to the playoffs, and everybody's having really tough division games, or playing an opponent from another division that could give that opponent an up in the division or down.
Yeah. I do want to ask you one thing before we go. What game do you? I know there's a lot of close game or important games this week, but if you had to pick which one game do you think would be the game of the week?
I would have to really go with the Patriots at the Jets this week.
Yeah, you're reading my mind. I was going to pick that exact game.
It's such a close division. Anybody can take it, and it's a big game for both sides. But if I did have to go with another game, if I would have to go with a second game, I would have to go with the 49ers at the Cowboys too.
Yeah.
The Patriots and the Jets and the 49ers at the Cowboys.
Yeah,
I think those are going to be the 2 biggest games this week.
Yeah.
For everybody in this league.
I agree with you there on both games. Patriots and Jets fighting for the division. 49ers and Cowboys, both division leaders, fighting to stay ahead in their division. Both going to be crucial games. But I do want to say good luck to everyone involved. Good luck finishing out the season. Hopefully everyone finishes strong, gets in the position they want to get in. Do you have anything else to say before we hand it off?
Nah, just play smart. Don't force anything that you know isn't going to work against your opponent that you've seen so far this season or last season.
Alright. Well.
And if you like as always, if you like the video, please hit that like button. If you don't, dislike it. Tell us in the comments why, what we need to fix. If you're new to the channel, or if you've been on this channel and you just haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. It means a lot to us.
Alright, well, thank you for tuning in this week, and this does it for another Combo League podcast episode, and we will see you guys next week.